For generations, the societal contract was clear, predictable, and heavily enforced. Achieve a high school diploma, secure admission to a 4-year university, graduate with a degree, and step into an entry-level corporate role. It was a well-beaten path promised to guarantee upward financial mobility. But for Generation Z, that contract did not just crack, it literally shattered. Born into an era of unprecedented digital acceleration, multiple global health crises, and economic volatility, this generation looks at the traditional university system not as a launchpad, but as a severe financial risk. They are not avoiding education out of apathy. They are pivoting because they have calculated the real-world value of a degree and found it wanting. Instead of waiting for a piece of parchment to grant them entry into an unpredictable market, they are bypassing the gatekeepers entirely. They are choosing execution over theory and direct market participation over classroom simulation. To truly comprehend this shift, we must look at the cold, hard numbers. The cost of higher education has outpaced inflation by historic margins over the past 4 decades. For previous generations, working a part-time summer job could realistically fund a semester's tuition. Today, that's mathematically impossible. Graduating with tens of thousands of dollars in non-dischargeable debt is no longer a minor hurdle. It's a structural financial anchor. Gen Z is, by necessity, a deeply pragmatic and risk-averse generation. They watched their millennial predecessors graduate with historic levels of student debt, only to enter a workforce that underpaid them or artificial intelligence that replaced their entry-level skills. When a young adult looks at the choice between investing $100,000 into a theoretical textbook education versus investing $500 into launching a digital infrastructure, whether that's e-commerce, automated service agencies, or software development, the logical financial choice tilts drastically. The downside of a failed business venture is a minor capital loss and immense practical skill. The downside of a miscalculated degree is decades of compounding financial liability. Historically, universities held a strict, unchallenged monopoly on high-level business intelligence. If you wanted to understand corporate finance, supply chain logistics, database architecture, or global marketing strategies, you had to physically sit in a university lecture hall and pay for access to academic journals. The campus was the exclusive repository of structured information. That monopoly, though, is permanently gone. Today, the world's most sophisticated infrastructure, documentation, and technical instruction are accessible online or free to anyone with an internet connection and a searching mind. High-level programming, consumer psychology, global trade logistics, and digital advertising are no longer hidden behind an ivy-covered paywall. The internet has democratized the modern apprenticeship. A dedicated 18-year-old can study the live documentations of platforms like Stripe, AWS, or Shopify and acquire more highly relevant, immediately deployable operational knowledge in 6 months of self-directed study than they would across 4 years of broad, generalized academic curriculum. There's a fundamental structural flaw inherent to traditional business schools. Academic curriculums are inherently static. It takes years for a university department to draft, approve, print, and distribute a new textbook. By the time a textbook on digital marketing or consumer behavior reaches a student's desk, the underlying software, platforms, algorithms, and consumer preferences have completely evolved. Academia moves at a bureaucratic crawl. The modern market moves at the speed of light. When a young entrepreneur launches a project, they enter an immediate, unforgiving, yet highly educational feedback loop. Textbooks cannot provide live analytics. An essay graded by a professor months after it was written teaches a student how to satisfy a single academic. In stark contrast, a live product launch provides objective, unvarnished market feedback within minutes. Gen Z understands that real business acumen is not built by memorizing definitions of market strategy. It is forged by setting up a payment gateway, running targeted data campaigns, interpreting bounce rates, and managing actual customer relations. In the real market, failure isn't a permanent grade that ruins the GPA. It's raw, actionable data that informs the next iteration. For decades, the path to corporate influence required climbing a rigid organizational ladder. Young professionals put in years of administrative labor, hoping to eventually secure capital, distribution, and corporate leverage. Today, the concept of leverage has been entirely re-engineered. Through the rise of the creator economy and permissionless digital tools, an individual no longer needs permission, a corporate hierarchy, or millions of dollars in venture capital to command an audience or build an enterprise. Gen Z views media and content creation not merely as entertainment, but as the foundational distribution layer for modern enterprise. They build communities first, identify precise audience pain points, and then develop targeted software, products, or services to solve those problems. By utilizing permissionless leverage, where software and media work for you 24 hours a day without overhead costs, a single young founder can match the operational output and reach of an entire mid-sized firm from a decade ago. The traditional corporate ladder has been replaced by a network of independent digital nodes. We must look at where this cultural evolution leaves us. The traditional resume, a single sheet of paper listing institutional names, grade point averages, and standardized test scores, is rapidly losing its utility in a highly specialized, fast-moving digital economy. Modern forward-thinking enterprises and forward-looking recruiters are increasingly ignoring credentials in favor of proven capability. The resume of the future is not a diploma. It is an active portfolio of real-world execution, a live web platform, a functional software application, a highly engaged digital community, or documented history of managing supply chain and customer acquisition provides irrefutable evidence of competence. Even if a young founder's first 3 ventures fail completely, the practical skills acquired in those failures, ranging from financial tracking and digital design to technical troubleshooting and project management, make them vastly more capable, resilient, and employable than an individual who spent those same years studying business purely in theory. Gen Z is not abandoning the concept of education. They are redefining it. They have realized that the absolute best way to understand the complex realities of modern business is not to sit back and read about it, but to step forward and build it.